Hi there, my name is Steve Wilcott. In the next few minutes I'd like to share with you exactly why the world is in the state that it is and exactly what you can do about it. First thing is, what's the real cause of our problems today? Just look at the top four industries in the world. They're pharmaceutical, military, banking, and oil. And what do you think is the result of those four industries? It's disease, war, transfer of wealth, and environmental damage. Just think about it. Every disease category is on the rise with no cures in sight. And does it really make sense to leave it up to the one industry that profits from disease to find the solution? And war on terror is insane because war is terror. Transfer of wealth. Never before in our history have so many owed so much to so few. And when it comes to the environmental damage, every stage of taking the oil out of the ground to processing it to burning it in our vehicles does extreme environmental damage from beginning to end. But here's the interesting thing. What are the opposites to disease, war, transfer of wealth, and environmental damage? The opposites are wellness, peace, abundance for all, sustainable living, which is pretty much what everybody wants. So the question is, why don't we have that? The thing to understand is that it's not necessarily bad people, it's the systems that we work for. And here's another interesting thing. The solutions proposed to the problems, in many cases, make the problems worse. For example, radiation is known to cause cancer, but when you get cancer, it's prescribed as a treatment. Invading other countries and killing thousands of innocent people can only create more terrorists. The better the banks do, the worse that we do. The more money they make, the less there is to go around. And for example, adding dispersants to the oil leak underneath the water in the Gulf of Mexico, because the dispersants is a toxic solvent and it disperses the water, now instead of oil being on the surface, it's spread out through the entire water column. The thing is, none of these problems are going to change from the top down. There's just too many people that have too much invested in things staying the way they are. So who's going to change this? It's actually up to you. It's up to each and every one of us to change the world. And we can do that. But the question is, how? Right? What I've done for you is I've created a free video called Health, Time, and Financial Freedom. In that video, you'll learn the very first thing you'll need if you want to be in the ideal position to make a huge contribution to the planet. I'll show you what you need to know to be able to achieve all three, health, time, and financial freedom, with a single course of action, while at the same time potentially making the biggest contribution to the entire planet that one person can make. And actually, the health, time, and financial freedom is only one of 10 things that make this what I believe the perfect vehicle for you to be able to change the world. And just a few notes. Health freedom is because if you're sick, you really don't have the energy to go out and change the world. It's just so tough to enjoy your life when you're sick. And all the time and money doesn't matter if you don't have your health. And if you got your health and you have lots of money, but you're working 40 hours a week for 40 years, your time is limited to enjoy yourself and to make a contribution. And if you're struggling to survive all the time, even though you've got your health and you've got lots of time, but you have no money, it's really difficult to do anything there. So the first thing we talk about is true freedom, which is all three: health, time, and financial freedom. And again, this is just one of 10 things that make this the perfect vehicle. And all you have to do is just enter your email to the right of this video where it says free instant access to view this information now. As well, this free video on health, time, and financial freedom can only be found on one website, and that is truefreedom101.com.